matters. Now, for more, we're joined by Hui-Ching, Research Director at the Hong Kong智明Institute. Hui-Ching, thanks for joining us. First up, I want to get your opinion on, do you think we'll see protesters and police resort to more violence in the coming weeks?
Yes, I guess it is highly possible to see more confrontation, not merely between the citizens participating in the protest or demonstration with the police, but also the tension between the police force and the journalists, from different media, I think is getting higher and higher. So I think the social stability in Hong Kong is now deteriorating to a new stage.
Hui-Ching, Sunday's protest, it was specifically targeted towards Chinese tourists. So why is it important for protesters to get the attention of the Chinese people here?
Well, I guess if not all, but still quite a significant number of people involved in the protest yesterday, they tried to deliver some messages to the Chinese people. And I think it is something beyond the law. I mean, rewrite of the extraditional law in Hong Kong in this case, but actually they want to send their feelings and their opinions over the exercise of one country, two system to their fellow people on the other side of the PRC.
All right, beyond that as well, because the pan-democratic lawmakers have also called for members of the Executive Council to step down. Do you think that will be perhaps maybe effective in quelling discontent? After all, you did say that, social stability is deteriorating in Hong Kong right now.
Well, actually, if what had happened in Hong Kong, we move it to another major cities or other financial centers in modern world, it could be Singapore, London, or New York. The CE herself, Mrs. Carrie Lam, should step down, right? But actually, she's not merely elected by at least some Hong Kong people, a pretty limited number, but actually she's directly appointed by the central government of China, from Beijing. So it is a very sophisticated process, and the result is very difficult to predict. If she, herself stepped down. So I guess it is constructive and it is pragmatic, to reform drastically her administration. And as all of us know that the administration of the HKSAR government is formed by two groups of people. One of them are the executive members, and another a group of people are the senior officials with higher rankings. I guess these two groups of people need drastic reform.
If these protests were to persist, Hui-Ching, and there isn't any indication that they will stop anytime soon, could there be intervention from Beijing?
Well, it is true that it's so different from the other social movement in Hong Kong, a decade or decades ago. And now the demonstration or the protest is spread, from Hong Kong, another side of the Victoria Harbour to Kowloon. And then for the coming 2 weeks, at least we know that for the new towns, the suburbs like Sha Tin or Tseung Kwan O, where quite many middle classes Hong Kong young families, they live and they work, they would rush into the street, for at least 2 to 3 weeks coming, So I guess the Chinese intervention could be regarded on two levels, First of all, about security, just like Singapore or London or New York, social stability and security act as the cornerstones of a tourist center, of a financial center like Hong Kong, right? So if the security of Hong Kong, social stability of Hong Kong getting worse and worse, it is possible, although no one, willing to see, the use of higher military force in Hong Kong. Another thing is that I think is behind the curtain is that how could those Chinese leaders, in Beijing, they could try to negotiate with different stakeholders in Hong Kong, not only pushing the Chinese, the Hong Kong SAR government or the CE herself to do something for Hong Kong. They should try to reach different stakeholders in Hong Kong right now.
Wei-Ching, thank you very much for that perspective on this situation in Hong Kong. We've been speaking there to Research Director at the Hong Kong智明Institute.